And sleep is vital. It's vital not only for your physical health, but for your emotional well-being. There were some sleep deprivation studies done some time ago. And what they found, of course, was that in contrary to the belief that we had a very passive night, these researchers found that we had everything but, a passive night. Our brain frequency was cycling up and down from high frequencies to slow wave sleep and high frequencies all night long. And they thought, wow, isn't that remarkable? Why does the brain go up and down, cycle that way all night long? Well, what they did was that they decided to deprive a person of slow wave sleep. That's the kind of sleep that a person is experiencing when they're in delta. Every time the electroencephalograph marked delta frequencies, these researchers would awaken the subjects. So they were deprived of sleeping at delta. And they were wondering what was going to happen during their wakeful stage by being deprived of delta. Well, a day went by, 2, 3, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. After about a month, there were really no notable side effects that they could detect that they were exhibiting because they were deprived of delta sleep. So they changed the focus of their study and they decided to, instead of depriving the person from delta sleep, to deprive them of alpha sleep. Every time the person registered the alpha frequency, which at that time they thought was alpha, but it was more like REM sleep, alpha REM sleep, they would disrupt their sleep. After the second day, not only were they commenting about being tired and fatigued, but they were also a little bit irritable. But someone like that. Maybe they're not getting a good night's sleep. Maybe that's you. I don't know. But after the third day, they were not only tired and fatigued and irritable, but they were beginning to lose everyday problem-solving abilities. By the fourth day, they were exhibiting what seemed to be similar to psychotic behavior and hallucinations. At that point in time, they stopped the experiment and they allowed the person to sleep undisturbed. And when they did, they spent more time at the alpha frequency than they did in any other frequency. It seemingly as to get back that very needed alpha sleep. So they found that it was really, really important to your emotional and physical health to have the proper amount of REM sleep or alpha sleep. And that alpha is really a very important frequency to go into, enjoy, to recharge yourself, to energize yourself, and to really make up for lost time at sleep. Now, this particular technique is going to teach you how to enter sleep without drugs or medications. And you can also use it for nap times if you wish. It's a very simple technique, and it's also very boring. What you're going to do is that you're going to enter your meditation using the 3-2-1 method. Now, the 3-2-1 method, if you recall, is very simply doing this. Find a comfortable position, whether you be asleep in your bed or in a comfortable chair. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, mentally repeat and visualize the number 3 times. Now, remember that number 3 is for physical relaxation. Go through the process of relaxing your body from head to toes very slowly. Then you take another deep breath, and as you exhale, you mentally repeat and visualize number 2 3 times. 2 is for mental relaxation. Imagine a tranquil and passive scene. Anytime you imagine a tranquil and passive scene, you are allowing your mind to relax. Then you take another deep breath, and as you exhale, you mentally repeat and visualize the number 1 3 times. That's your starting point, the basic plane level. That a level of mind that you can use for any purpose you desire. Once you are at your basic plane level, you imagine yourself in a situation where you can visualize a chalkboard. Now, some of you might want to use a writing board of some kind or a whiteboard, but most people still seem to prefer a chalkboard. There's something more real or genuine about a chalkboard. Some of us may recall times when we were children at school where there was only chalkboards, black chalkboards or green chalkboards. Plus, you use a chalk. It has kind of a gritty feel to it when you write on the chalkboard, and this can come in very handy for those of you who are very kinesthetic. So you imagine yourself to be standing in front of a chalkboard. You then imagine that you have chalk in one hand and an eraser in the other, and that you draw a big circle on the chalkboard. That's your starting point. Once you draw your big circle on the chalkboard, you continue by drawing a big X within the circle. After drawing a big X within the circle, you get your eraser and you very carefully begin to erase the circle in the least, starting at the center of the X or of the circle and going out to the outer edges. Concentrate on not erasing the circle at all. So you're focusing your awareness, you're focusing your concentration, you're being very careful to do that. Your mind is on this and not on whatever's keeping you awake, okay? So once you erase the X from within the circle, to the right and outside of the circle, you write the word deeper. Every time you write the word deeper in this manner, you will enter a deeper, healthier level of mind in the direction of normal, natural, healthy sleep. You go on to write a big number, 100, within the circle. And then you begin to erase the number 100, starting at the center and going out towards the edges, being careful not to erase the circle in the least. After you erase the number 100, again to the outside and to the right side of the circle, you go over the word deeper. And every time you go over the word deeper, you will enter a deeper, healthier level of mind in the direction of normal, natural, healthy sleep. Then you continue by writing the number 99 and then erase it in the same fashion and then going over the word deeper. Again, every time you go over the word deeper in this manner, you will enter deeper, healthier level of mind in the direction of normal, natural, healthy sleep. You continue with the number 98, erase, go over the word deeper, 97, erase, go over the word deeper, and so on in a descending scale until you enter sleep. It's that simple and it's that boring.